So hello, here I am on an electric scooter. It's an Askoll eS3. It's an Italian scooter made in Italy, assembled in Italy, the non-Italian parts being Samsung or Panasonic batteries depending on the version, but even those are assembled in Italy. Apparently it's one of the few, if not the only, manufacturer allowed to assemble its batteries in Italy. So it's an Italian scooter, a bit of Italian flair. Well, not necessarily. The design is very bland, and unless you get this in some sort of funky color, it's just a boring little city scooter. Now, the cool thing about it is that it's got 16-inch wheels, which make it easy to go through potholes. It's got CBS, central braking system, so even if you press one brake, it will brake with both wheels. That's on the more powerful ES3 version. There are two other versions, the ES1, which is a single passenger scooter, and there's the ES2, which is a double passenger. The ES2 and ES1 are small scooters, 45 kilometers per hour, with their range being about 50 and about 80 kilometers respectively. That's if you're going in the eco mode. This guy has three modes: the sort of least powerful up to about 50 kilometers per hour, slightly more powerful up to 60 kilometers per hour, and full-on 70 kilometers per hour. But then you're not going to get the claimed 100 kilometers range. It's more like 70. But let's assume you're not going 70 kilometers per hour all the time. You're potting along in 30 and electric zones, and this will give you a range of about probably 80 kilometers, which is respectable. Now the batteries, they live underneath the seats, and you can either take them with you to charge them at home. There is also a charger supplied. So charging takes about 3.5 hours per battery. The whole thing takes 7 hours by advanced mathematics. If you leave them to charge under the seat, they will charge in about 7 hours, but they charge parallel. At home, you have to charge them separately, so you have to remember to unplug one and plug in the other. You can theoretically ride with only one battery, but then power drops significantly, so most of the time you need both. It's nice in traffic, this scooter. I can't show it to you today because today is the middle of long weekend in Poland, and even though it's Friday, there's absolutely nobody. Everybody left Warsaw, which on the other hand is nice for recording because there is no traffic. I wish I was recording a car today, not a city scooter. Now, riding this thing in traffic, now you have to remember this is Poland, and in Poland we like to ride fast, we like to drive fast, we like to break the legal speed limits. So even if you're lane splitting in traffic, there's always some guy on a normal scooter who's going to be faster than you, because this thing is not very fast. It's not very fast off the lights, it's not very fast when going between cars. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get there, but you have to remember there are other bikes that are much faster and bikers who are much faster than you. What I like about the scooter, well, I guess the form factor is good. I wish it had some storage, but batteries are under the seat, so no storage there. You need to get a top case or some sort of a basket or ride with your backpack, unfortunately. It also comes with a center stand, but it doesn't have a side stand, which is dumb, because the natural thing to do when you get off a scooter or a bike is to use a side stand. So this one doesn't. So if you are a delivery guy and you have to stop every now and then, or actually very often, you will probably need to get some sort of an optional side stand for this thing to make it usable. Otherwise, you'll just drop it constantly. The dials. Okay, now I know I have a GoPro stuck here, but there's absolutely nowhere to stick the GoPro on because everything else is not perfectly smooth, so the suction mounts are falling off. It's got region braking, which you can barely feel working, but yes, it's there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yes, the pricing. This thing starts at about €2,500, goes up to 4,000 depending on which power range version you go for. As far as the batteries are concerned, the manufacturer claims this thing can do 800 cycles if you charge it 100%, or 1500 cycles if you charge it 90%. There's an option to select what sort of a charge you want on the charger, and if you even then, after these 800 or 1500 cycles, it's not like the battery dies, it just starts losing its power ever so slightly, so you might not get the full range out of it. So chances are, if you multiply whatever 800 cycles by whatever 70 kilometers, 80 kilometers realistic range, you get a lot of kilometers, and chances are this scooter, despite being quite well made, it doesn't feel like a Chinese thing, despite being quite well made, this scooter will probably fall apart before you actually kill the batteries. So this is what the Askoll electric scooter ES3 looks like in brief. Let me know if you ride scooters, if you use petrol engines or electric scooters, and what it's like in your country. Leave that in the comment section below. And now, thanks for watching. Share this video. Have a nice day, and yeah, I need to stop somewhere to disrobe from this camera gear.